Hi, I'm Amanda from Life Unravelled, and today we're going to unravel life's little mysteries. We're looking at discipline and the 4-year-old. In part 3 of discipline, we're looking at prevention is better than cure. We're going to have a look at some of the things that we can do to help stop this bad behaviour that the children are doing at the moment. To keep children from finding naughty things to do or from behaving really badly, it's important that they're active. I can't stress enough how important it is for kids to be really active. Now, I used to take my kids to the park, I used to take them to the beach, I've got friends that used to do all sorts of different things. And it was really important that as you do these activities that the kids stay really mobile and they're moving around, not only for their health, but for their academic achievement and their discipline. The more tired they are, the less likely they are to kick up a big stink. Now, why do we have rules? We have rules so that we can give structure to children. And children and adults need structure. We have structure all around us, so why not teach them about structure when they're little? Now, I'm not saying that you should inhibit them in any way. What I'm saying is that rules are there for a reason, to keep you safe, to keep you healthy, to keep you happy. And if you can self-moderate that, then you'll find that discipline really is a thing of the past and only has to be used on the rare occasions. Children need to be able to self-monitor and self-discipline themselves. Now, the thing that you want to stay well clear of is power play. Power play between an adult and a child will result in a disaster. Years ago, I had a little one who we were trying to get her to play the violin and she didn't want to, and her mother made the mistake of saying, "We are not leaving here till you play your violin." And we had to follow through because consistency and following through is really important. Now, that child went through a series of events. Started off by avoidance, moving away, and then screamed and told us off, and then started hitting and biting, which we just ignored, just moved them away and ignored. And all this behaviour we were ignoring. But every now and then we were saying in a very low, calm voice, "You need to come and play. You need to just play one thing, but you need to come and stand, take a bow, put your violin up, play Kookaburra Laughing, and violin down." And we would just say this every minute or so. We'd say the same thing again and again and again. And I'm telling you, it took 3.5 hours for this child to then comply, after going through a myriad of different things, pulling things off the shelf. Every time she pulled it off, we'd just put it back on. Never made a comment. The only comment we made to her was, "You need to play your violin." Now, lo and behold, she never had a problem after that. So it's important that if you do have this power play, and it will only happen once or twice, that they will really, really push you, and it'll be around about the age of between 4 and 5, it's important that you can follow through with what your threat is. And I can't stress that enough. You need to be able to follow through with that. Be consistent. Don't try and argue with them, because no one will win. And at the end of the day, it needs to be a very consistent message. You need to clean your teeth. And if you can say, "We are not moving until you clean your teeth." And you can stand there. And you may only need to do this once or twice. And by the time you hit the 3rd time, they will actually do it. Discipline is all about a consistency of approach. If you use the same discipline techniques, then the children know what's going to happen and they will go through the process. And next time they'll know that they have to go through that process. So, is it worth it? Oh, I don't know. No, it's not worth it. I'll do the right thing. And that's them self-monitoring themselves. So discipline is about teaching children how to self-monitor themselves so they can live happy, healthy adult lives. Responsibilities and chores, I briefly mentioned this before. It's really important that children feel part of the community in the family. And chores not only help with this, but they give them a life skill. And life skills is what's missing a lot in today's society. We've been talking about it on the news and everything recently about children not getting life skills. They're getting heaps of academic skills, they're getting heaps of social skills, but what about those essential life skills? Changing a tyre, for instance, on a car, being able to cook, bake beans, boil an egg, being able to use a microwave. I know some teenagers that can't use a microwave, and I'm like going, what? One of my children said to me just recently, "Oh, Mummy, I'm so pleased you taught me how to do these things. My friends can't even live on their own." And that's really sad that kids don't know how to do the washing. They don't know how to do the dishes. They don't know that it's not healthy not to do the dishes. We need to make sure we have a clean and healthy kitchen, otherwise we get sick. And so making our children do these chores, sweeping or mopping the floors, it's very important. They may not do it right at first, but then you just encourage them and say, "Oh, look, you missed this spot. Can you go back and do it now, please?" So before they've packed everything away, just check and just choose one or two things that they need to fix up. And then next time it'll be better. And then you can choose a different thing that they can fix up. So don't give them too many things to fix up at once, just one or two to fix up. And then maybe you have to have the house a little bit not as sparkly clean as you normally would have it. But it means that you're teaching them a life skill, and those life skills, I can't tell you how important it is for them. It's great for their self-esteem. It gives them a feeling of accomplishment if they have them. So some of the skills that you can use are sweeping and mopping, making their bed right from when they're little, taking dishes out after dinner, unpacking the dishwasher, feeding the dog. These are things that are really easy. Hanging and sorting the washing, only if they're tall enough and they can get up there, but they can definitely sort the washing before going into the laundry. The other thing that's really important is value what they do, which means don't redo it. If they see you redoing it, then what's the point of them doing it? You need to value their contribution to the family and the team. I know this is a big, huge part of your life, this discipline, but if you can do those little things that we've spoken about, you might see a big change in their behaviour. These little ones have so much testosterone going through their systems. They've got so many hormonal changes and growth changes at this age, and they're also seeing themselves very differently compared to the rest of the world. And because of this, that's why they want to push those boundaries. They want to see how far they can go. Give them a structure, give them a feeling of accomplishment and being part of a team and being part of a community. And that way you will reduce the amount of discipline that you need to do with them. But discipline is important because it helps them live in our world, when they become adults. So don't think of it as you're punishing them. You're actually teaching them how to live healthy, how to become healthy, happy adults. Look, I've really loved sharing this with you today. We've had a great time. Remember, 4-year-olds, they're so active and they're very frustrating, but they're absolutely adorable and they grow up way too quick. So enjoy every minute that you've got with them. Think about some of those things that we've talked about today. Maybe you can do a couple of them during the week. Don't bombard the kids with them. Just think of a strategy and stick to that strategy for a while and see what the outcome is. Often these strategies take weeks or months to really come into effect on their own. The kids need to realise how these strategies are going to affect them, and you may need to do it a couple of times before you can actually get some resolution into their behaviour. Lovely chatting. We'll talk to you next week for our next course. See you later. Bye. This video was produced by Imagination Pty Ltd for Life Unravelled. All advice and information given during this course is designed for general use only. If you have any concerns for your child, please seek professional advice as soon as possible. For terms and conditions, please see website www.lifeunravelled.com.au.